This is Sung, the Principal and Director of Sky Academy, and up until now we've just been touching on limits, continuity, in the context of calculus, which is the topic that we're doing now. We've been dipping our toes in the water. Now what I want to do is really just dive in and really attack calculus. Okay, and what we're going to do is introduce you to where calculus comes from, and it's part of the course called Differentiation by First Principles. And before I kind of explain the application of all of this to you, let me just say that a lot of this stuff comes from our basic knowledge of limits, which we've just done, as well as some high school, some junior high school maths to do with the gradients. So let's just recap and work out and just kind of revisit how to find the gradient between 2 points on a curve. All right. Imagine if we have a curve that looks like this, and let's call, for example, this curve y equals to f of x. If y is equal to f of x is this curve, and you have 2 points, let's say this point is x1, and let's say this point is x2, or at least let's say that the horizontal component is x1 and x2, then what does that say about the y-axis? The y-axis will be f of x1, and then the y-axis, the y-coordinate in this situation would be x2 f of x2. So the gradient between these 2 points, as always, right, the gradient between 2 points is given by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which in this situation would be f of x2 minus f of x1 all over x2 minus x1. Okay, so that will be the gradient between these 2 points. Okay, so if we were to draw a line here, right, the gradient of that line will be given by that. Now let's add one step further. Just say the distance between x1 and x2 is h units. So what would x2 be equal to? It wouldn't be equal to x2 anymore, and let's say this isn't equal to x1 anymore, it's just equal to x. Alright? This second point would be equal to x plus h. So this point here would not be f of x, it would be f of x plus h. And this point here would be x plus h also. So that point here would be x plus h, comma, f of x plus h. So the gradient between these 2 points would be equal to f of x plus h minus f of x all over x plus h minus x h. So the gradient between these 2 points would be equal to f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Yeah. And that is just a revision of high school maths. Thank you.